Hello everyone, it's Fred again from Notes of a Nomad, video number 280. Today I want to talk about the importance of staying connected with others. We need social connections in our life, particularly as we get older. I know that there's been a big challenge in England a few years ago. They created a person in charge of loneliness, the minister of loneliness, because the elderly people were suffering from illness of all types. And one of the biggest reasons was people were not connecting. They were getting lonely as they got old. So this is a very important element because it can affect you having a more fulfilling and healthier and enjoyable life. And so social connections are important. So today I want to talk about something that I did, which was wonderful. I had last Sunday had a day trip with a friend of mine, Leo. Now, Leo and I have known each other for many years, but we haven't met face to face from before COVID. So it's probably been, I don't know, 5, 6 years maybe since we actually met. We've been speaking over that period of time. So now that I'm back in Canada on Vancouver Island, I said to Leo, hey, let's go to Port Renfrew and I'll show you on the map on Vancouver Island where it is. And we had a wonderful day. Leo picked me up 8:30 in the morning, and we got back from Port Renfrew around 4:30. It was a wonderful day talking about things which we haven't been able to chat, his trip to recently to visit relatives in Hong Kong and his cousin in Singapore. And, it's just wonderful to connect in a car. No other distractions. We did stop a couple places on the way, and we had a wonderful feast, as far as I'm concerned, of halibut, fish and chips at a great place in Port Renfrew. So let me share my screen. I'll show you a couple pictures of the day we spent on Sunday with Leo. So this is the map. Now, Leo lives in Victoria and I live just next to Victoria. So he picked me up and we drove up the road, sort of little going west on Vancouver Island to Souk. We stopped there and I'll show you a picture of where we went. Then along the way, there's a place with a campsite. Actually, I camped there many years ago with some friends as well. French Beach, we stopped there. And then we went to Port Renfrew, had our fish and chips, and went to a place called Botanical Beach where we had a nice walk. And it was good for me. It was downhill slightly and uphill. And I hadn't had such a pleasant walk for years. So I felt very good, walking up, felt, hey, I'm still healthy. So it was a healthy day, an enjoyable day, and fun day. So this is a picture of the first place we stopped. It's called Whiffenspitz Park. This is at Souk. It was a bit cloudy, but often you can see the Olympic Mountains behind the clouds, which is in Washington State. And this is Leo and myself. Uh, that was at Whiffenspitz. And then this was French Beach, where was the campsite. I camped with some friends a few years ago. So I haven't been up there since probably 6 or 7 years. Last time I was at French Beach. And there again is Leo and I. You can see the waves coming in on the beach. And then this is where we had this delicious halibut fish and chips, and it was called Hollywood's. We I said to Leo, I feel like fish and chips. What about you? He said, yeah. So we went to the only little store in Port Renfrew. There's only 250 people or 260 people live in Port Renfrew. So it's a small little place. There's no real town, but there are shops here and there along the road. And we went to I think the only small grocery store and said, where's the best fish and chips? Said, just up the road at Hollywood's. And they were delicious. So there's Leo and me eating the fish and chips at the park bench, um, picnic benches next to Hollywood's. And then we walked down to, parked in the parking lot and walked, I think it was said about zero point 0.7 of a kilometer down to the beach with some stairs going down. and this was Botanical Beach. Quite a few people there that day. And this is a picture that we took, but I've seen pictures when we Google pictures of Botanical Beach. This is a very similar picture that I found as well. So that was Leo and I had a wonderful day. As I said, we had a road trip. Took us it's about a 2.5 hour drive, but we stopped on the way and had our fish and chips and sat at Botanical Beach and had a wonderful experience. And we haven't seen each other for years. So that is what I wanted to say is, take some time, spend some time with people because life is more fun when it's shared with someone. And last Sunday, I had a fun day sharing time, chatting on this a short road trip to Port Renfrew with my friend Leo. So, with that, I'll say adios, au revoir, wishing you, your family, and friends lots of love and laughter, and share your time with someone, with your friends and your family. Until next time, bye for now from Fred and Notes of a Nomad.